surprised that you wound up with the Devils, or is this something?
I mean, I met with them a few times, but it's obviously pretty surprising considering the history of my name, and but I couldn't be more thrilled.
Sorry, we're also shocked. Well, I mean, have you spoken to them a number of times? Have you with the Devils in the last?
Yeah, at the combine we met with them, and I felt a good vibe, and then um, I spent another day after the combine, stayed there an extra day, and did some testing. Met with them again, and but they didn't make any promises, they didn't do anything. And it was just you know I guess I fell there, and they wanted a player like me, and I got lucky.
Right. And did you, have you, now that you know that you're with New Jersey, have you spoken with your father about?
Not really. I just gave him a hug and then ran down. So we still haven't even talked about it, but I think he's happy for me. If I would have went to the Rangers one pick before, I think it would have been a lot of pressure, and I think it's good for me, and I'm really proud to be a Devil.
It's a tough playing a waiting game, Stefan. Waiting for your.
Yeah, I think you meet with teams early on and try to make yourself give yourself kind of like expectations, and sometimes you don't meet them. Like I thought, maybe I could have gone earlier, but it worked out in the end. But you just wait one more pick. It's 10, 15 minutes between each pick, so it just gets longer and longer in time. Today was the longest day I've ever lived in my life. So, but it all worked out in the end, and I'm really proud.
What's your impression of Blue Lamar?
What's that?
What's your impressions of Blue Lamar and David
I was their first pick, so I guess they like me, and I think they'll use me, and I'll work as hard as I can to make the team as fast as I can.
They don't bring players up right away. They kind of make your system, or they talk about that going to maybe another year of junior, and then maybe an American hockey before you can make the big run.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that, but still, I'm working out this summer, and my impression, try to make the best first impression next year. I'm working out my mentality is to make the team next year, but if not, like you said, I'm just going to go back to junior, develop one more year, and then hopefully make the jump after that. But some teams say I can make it next year, some teams say I can make it in 3 years. It's a pretty big range, but I'm working for next year.
Do you have any message for Devils fans who might be in shock right now that Matteau has been around?
No, I'm no really message. I'm in shock myself, but there's a bright future ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to make an impact in wherever I may be.
Did you watch part of their run to the Cup final this year, and what impressed you about the team?
Just their physicality and the way that they never stopped. It's just the finals. It was a tough go, but they still didn't back down, and that's how I play. I think I go hard to the end, and it's a good fit for me.